Nappy Dreamer.
And I'm Kia Blaine.
And we are the Melanin Mindset.
What's good, everybody, and welcome if it's your first time viewing. Welcome back if you're returning. I'm the Nappy Dreamer.
And I'm Kia Blaine.
And we are the Melanin Mindset.
Yeah, just what she said.
You're such a jerk. Listen, if you are viewing us on YouTube and you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on those notification bells so that you can be among the first to know each and every time that the Melanin Mindset goes live. Find us out on Facebook at the Melanin Mindset. Y'all, we on TikTok, the Melanin Mindset, okay? Go. Now. All right. And we're also on Twitter and Instagram, Melanin Mindset _ So if you're not already plugged in, what are you even doing with your life?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so friend, go ahead and do that thing that you do, girl.
I wanted to add something, and somebody had told me to tell you to say this when you do that little thing that you do. Make sure you tell people to like, because what happens is while we're live, if more people are liking the video, it'll start showing up in suggestions. So everybody, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. It should be right along the bottom somewhere,
like somewhere Facebook, right over on her side. It's on her side,
somewhere over there. But make sure you hit the thumbs up, like the video, and that helps drive more traffic to it. But anyway, so today we are talking about flexing, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows what flexing is, but just for what we like to do around here with a little definition time. So flex is a slang term that means to show off. Whether it be your physique, your belongings, or some other thing you consider superior to those of others. The act of flexing is often criticized as a power move, considered arrogant and insincere. So, in other words, it's, showing off, like it says. You showing off as if to say that what you have or what you're doing is better than others. So, to flex. Mm-hmm.
Got it.
So, what made us bring this up, friend?
Okay, so it started out because I was the Rihanna performance for the halftime show, right? A lot of people were giving her flack, like saying her performance was like luster and all of that. But then it's like, chick is pregnant, performing 150 feet in the air. She hasn't performed or released new music in God knows how long. Mm-hmm. But you giving her a hard time. Make it make sense.
What did y'all want? What did y'all want this young lady to do?
And then it was like,
I thought it was great, and it was in line with what we're used to seeing from Rihanna. Like, the only thing that I said, I guess people were saying she should have brought out a guest, but her whole thing was she did. Y'all got to see the little baby bump, so she had company.
That part. She brought all the guests that y'all probably could have handled that night. Mm-hmm. Because remember when it first came across the screen, I'm like, is she pregnant? She is pregnant. Oh my God, she is pregnant. So and we were. I
think that's what she was looking for, but it wasn't. I don't know what people were looking at, and I think we also was talking about, like, how when you're excited about something and it's like you don't want to share for fear of seeming like you're trying to show off.
Yeah, like that you're trying to flex. Yes. Like they're putting a label on you. Oh, who you trying to flex for? Mm-hmm. Or flexing for the gram,
All of that.
But yeah, that was definitely a thing. It's like, can I really celebrate my accomplishments and my achievements in the presence of everybody, or am I going to be looked at like I'm flexing? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That part, she performed for free.
Yeah,
golly,
that was something I learned this year in the Super Bowl, and I'm actually still trying to find the validity in it. I just see a lot of people saying that Super Bowl performers perform for free, but I wonder if is that really true? Like,
oh, that's true.
Yeah, okay. You fact checked it. You fact checked it. Okay,
that's
okay. I didn't. That's why I said I didn't.
Yeah, they talked about the millions that Dr. Dre got, the new followers that Lady Gaga got. the hits that, you know,
Yeah,
Jay-Z
it
got,
helps.
things like
It
that.
helps them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the biggest stage they'll ever perform on. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's live, it's everywhere. So
Yeah.
they get the benefit of all of that. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
basically, like, you know, it started from the fact of like, who are we doing what we do for?
Yeah.
Like, what are we trying to present, or what are we trying to say with the things that we achieve or obtain? There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So like
So,
the question comes as to like how do we celebrate our accomplishments without seeming
cocky.
arrogant or obnoxious in a sense. And you guys know over here we faith based, so I got a scripture for you guys. And so in this scripture, this was these was the red words, y'all. These are the little red words when Jesus was on the mount giving the sermon, and he was talking about giving. So beware of practicing your righteousness. And I did the ESV version so that I didn't sound like I was out there arting y'all all the way. So beware of practicing your righteousness before other people in order to be seen by them, for then you will have no reward from your Father who is in heaven. Thus, when you give to the needy, sound no trumpet before you, as the hypocrites do in the synagogue and in the streets, that they may be praised by others. Truly, I say to you, they have received their reward. So basically, how does the scripture sit with you, Fran?
Like, basically, if I have to flaunt what I have, me having it is not the reaction I get from flaunting is my reward. There's nothing greater beyond that I can achieve. If my words are preceding me, for lack of a better word. So
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing, there's no greater for me to gather at this point, because the fact that I feel like the most important thing is what
For
people
me to brag
see.
on it.
Yeah, what people
Mhm.
see of me as opposed to the works that I do. So yeah, that is what
And
it
then
says
I
to me.
also say, like, when I read that scripture, it's like, they're like, oh, well, that's what you wanted. You wanted them to know. Now they know. But is that really what you were looking for? Did you just want people to know
Right.
that are in this great relationship, or you bought this expensive car? Like, you just want people to know, because 9 times out of 10, they don't care. So why? What is the whole wanting to flash in front of people? So let's talk about social media flex, like flexing on
Mm.
social media. So I have younger children. Yeah, seeking attention. I have younger children. So a lot of times I find myself doing damage control from the crap that they've seen online, and me having to tell them, that's not real, or that's fake, or they're liars. And a lot of it is like, oh, they're easily impressed by, oh, so and so did this, or so and so looks this way, or this person did that. And the fact of the matter is, a lot of times these people just lying and editing and all type of stuff, and it's not what you think it is, or they take it too far. Like, sometimes people have done things and had accomplishments, and the accomplishment itself was enough to be celebrated, but you just took it a little too far. I'll give you an example. That girl who decided to get naked in front of the doggone college and take her pictures. Like,
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
your degree was the celebration, but because you decided, oh, I'm gonna go extra, I done spent all this money this school, I'm standing in front of it naked. Now you've, like, it just, like, what? Now your reward was, and did they take her degree away?
I don't know if they ever actually took it away, but it definitely was up for
I
grabs.
know they were talking about it. It was up for debate, but I don't
It was
remember
up
how
for
the debate
grabs,
ended.
girl.
I don't
I'm
remember
gonna
how
look it
the
up. I
debate
should look it
ended.
up. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no, I have no idea how that ended up for her. But it's true. It's like, are we doing these things just simply for the likes? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what is the purpose behind us doing the thing that we're doing? When it comes down to something like posting a naked picture of yourself, like, for why?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, would you, if like, imagine social media as the street, right? And you're walking down the street and people see what walks down the street. Like, would you walk down the street butt naked?
Mm-mm.
So why would you post it on your social media?
I mean, I wouldn't. But the thing too is like with the like, okay, I'll use the naked as an example. Like when, like if here's what I'm saying. It's a flex if you just doing it for likes, shares, and subscription. For likes and shares, you doing it as a flex. Now, I feel like there's a fine line between marketing and a flex, because now you got these. Now, influencer is a real job now. So if you are an influencer, you are going to overshare and flex, but it's also beneficial to your brand. You know,
so then they're not flexing by definition. They're advertising.
But because I think these people do it because being an influencer is a job now, which that's a whole nother episode. But because being an influencer is a job now, they are influencing how you think and feel about yourself. And then you in turn are doing the same thing, but don't nobody care.
Facts.
Don't nobody know you.
Nobody
now,
cares.
Is that your goal? Is that what you're going for? I guess if that's what you're going for, then I guess doing that. But there's so many people out here that we know for a fact that ain't your goal in life. That's not what you're trying to do. So what's the point? What's the point of you showing us your new car, your body, your relationship goals? Oh yeah, me and my boo. Like, okay.
And I'm gonna be real with you. I have, and I'm sorry, y'all. I know TikTok is not a viable source. I get it, okay? But at the same time, you know those mysteries. Like you get caught up on TikTok and you go to following things down the rabbit hole, and then find out about this couple, right? And then ultimately you come to present day videos, and homie got his mugshot up because my dog done gone to jail for beating on his girlfriend. The girlfriend that was relationship goals on social media.
Yeah.
Or you find out that this person or that person was found, unfortunately, unalived. And it's like, but wait, I was modeling everything I was doing after this particular image, and this is not what it seemed to be. Mm-hmm. You know, we got to remember that some of the things that we're putting out on social media is like, it's not a standard.
And we also got to know that it's there, and it's there forever, ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's there forever, ever. Yeah.
Forever, ever.
You have to be careful on flexing. You give out too much information, you put yourself in a vulnerable spot to get touched. Absolutely. And great point for you to make with my next thought is like, what happens when your flex is no longer your flex?
Ooh.
So like, you know, you up here flexing, you know, you fine right now. You might be 20 something, 30 something, and you all sexy and fine, and you online showing all your pictures and your body and everything else like that. And then you get sick and you can't work out like you used to. Or
wait, now you know what they're doing.
Infection and you got to get them mofos out.
You know what they're doing, friend. That's the thing. That's the key to being an active influencer, okay? Because my current flex is my body, yaddy, and I'm on here doing all of that. Well, guess what? I got sick and I can't do it anymore. So now my current flex is my disease, and promoting that on the internet and becoming an advocate. And then it's when you can't do this.
But that's only if you're already an influencer.
No, girl, please. It's so many people that be getting recognition online just for having a cold. I'm telling you, for some reason, the internet's broken.
But so my question still sticks though, because most of the time it's not it don't go that way. It don't usually go, oh, I'm so fine, I'm so healthy, and then I'm sick. That ain't gonna work. Because if you was the health guru and you was fine and sexy and now you sick, your credibility is shot. But this same question could go for the person who is sick, and that's how you have all your followers from your illness. Oh, now you're healed. What if you healed, or the sickness is gone, or something got fixed? It's like,
girl, people be faking on the internet too, though.
See, but that's not a flex. You just a daggone liar. You're not even flexing.
But no, by definition, flex is to show off in some way, shape, or form, right?
But you're showing off. No, okay. So we about to
you're
define
showing off
right
lies.
Now. We talk about flexing on things that might be actually true, and maybe you exaggerated a bit. But I'm not talking about just bold-faced liars. I'm not just talking about bold-faced liars. Y'all can just kick rocks. We're not even acknowledging liars. We're talking about people who are thirsty for attention. Like, what is the point of you being so thirsty for attention that you feel the need to flex whatever you so-called flexing? And then also, and this is, you flexing for who and for what?
Right, the purpose. So Stan said, I'm curious, how are we flexing and we all doing the same thing? Furthermore, most people are flexing because they're struggling. Listen. It's people who live, I'm not gonna lie, I live hood adjacent, and it is what it is. But it's people who live, in not so great areas, and inside of their house, in this one particular room, they got this wall dressed to the nines, and you never know. Because they trying to make it appear things are not as they seem. That's what it is. Oh, that was our guest from last week. Yo, back at you.
Hey.
Right back at you.
This one, because a lot of people ain't have friends. Okay, I want to comment on that, but Stan, I want you to elaborate more on what you mean by that. Because I have one thought, but that might not be what you meant by that. So I'm gonna hold my thought. But like I was talking about, I put a comment on our forum about the P90X guy. I don't know if anybody else is getting these ads. I feel like I just get them because I'm fat, and which makes me hate social media even more. I'm like, why y'all showing this
P90X guy did come up, but not recently. Back in the day, though, I would say it's been about 3 years.
No, since I've seen him. Right now he's all on. Even when I'm playing games, he coming up in my ads. But let me tell you why. So remember how he was, and then he must have got sick.
Oh, wow.
He got sick, got skinny. He was looking so frail, and so that's why we haven't seen him in years, because he's been sick all this time. So now supposedly he done found this magic potion that's supposed to allow you to lose weight and build muscle without having to work out so hard. So you probably gonna catch these young people, but us that know how hard you had us working out on P90X, and now you telling me all that crap was for nothing? No, we got an attitude. We not buying your stuff. People still sitting around with that what was that shake in their kitchen with cobwebs on it because of P90X, and now I found this. No, bro.
Girl, listen, he said, we said why people want so much attention. It's because they don't have friends. And I see that. So that's true. Like, some people feel as though they don't know how to make friends, they don't have anybody who they can hang out with, and they find this connection. Like, for reals, social media influencers are probably some of the loneliest people, because they dedicate their whole day to presenting and posting and creating this vibe, if you will, in their social media content. And it's like they don't actually interact or engage with real people.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I was trying to understand. What Stan was saying. Was he saying that they don't have friends like to share their flexes with, or they don't have friends that will tell them that they need
to quit? Right. I agree 100%, because it definitely can come across both ways. Friend, if you hear me, you are frozen for just a moment here. But yeah, so I'm with Stan 100%. I really do believe a lot of times it's because they don't have anybody else to show it off to. But to those that are viewing, tell me, is it true? All right, because I know I've observed it, where you see people on social media and it's like they're posting. I saw Ganja put from flexing to capping, that cap situation where they're posting on social media. It's like, at least block me if you're gonna post that. Like, at least block me if you're going to post it. All right, y'all. My friend will be right back. But while she gets back in, y'all know we are brand ambassadors for Dianu Apparel, y'all. Dianu Apparel. So I'm going to go ahead and run the commercial, and she'll be right back connected with us. And we'll keep going from there. Thank you. What's good, Mindset family? The Melanin Mindset is thrilled to announce we are the newest brand ambassadors for Dianu Apparel. Dianu Apparel is a Black-owned apparel company that offers trendy African-inspired prints in each and every garment. They're offering our listeners 15% off their purchases just by using promo code Melanin Mindset. There's something for him, there's something for her, and there's even something for the kids. So head right over to dianu.com using the description link down below, or just simply enter Melanin Mindset at checkout and save today. Thank y'all so much for hanging in there with us. We do appreciate you still being here. Listen, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that share button and share this with someone you care about. Like this video, comment, and be sure you've subscribed to our YouTube channel, The Melanin Mindset. Find us out on Facebook and like that page too, The Melanin Mindset. We're out on Twitter and Instagram, Melanin Mindset _. And I keep saying this, we are on TikTok, The Melanin Mindset. And like I told y'all, every single week leading up to today, of course, we will continue to show Nick and Naya in their adorable Deanna. Y'all give it up for Nick and Naya one time for one time. Aren't they the cutest? Again, I'm going to say it. You said last week you're turning into quite a little liar. I am also turning into quite a little liar because I keep saying I'm going to switch their outfit, and I haven't. So I'm going to go ahead and upload that so that it'll be prepared for y'all next week. Remember, you can get your official MFR t-shirt, okay? And join the Melanin Mindset support team with your Melanin Mindset t-shirt on our website. And here is the link, friend. I got to turn it on. So y'all can go ahead and scan that code right there, and you can get your Melanin Mindset tee as well. So go ahead and scan that code on the screen. We're going to give them a little time. Give them a little time. We got 4 scans. Y'all, can we get up to 10 scans this week? Let us get 10 scans this week.
It's so weird. How does it know they're scanning it?
It picks up every time that they scan it. I think that's what's
so cool, though.
It is super dope. It tells us, So we're at 5, y'all. Come on, 10 scans.
I'm so
all right, so friend, what were you saying before you dismissed?
I don't know, because all the 4 words I said after it cut me out. I was so mad.
Listen, you were going into a little short form rant there. And I was getting ready to piggyback off of it, but I'm like, nah, I don't want to go left from what she said. So we're going to break, y'all. We'll be back.
Yeah, but I don't even remember where I was going. But I know I said something about the P90X guy. Then we were talking about, I don't know, child. Anyway, let's just move on. So I have on here flexing in your circle, like with your family and friends. Like, when you got a raise, or you got a new promotion, or you about to buy a new house, or any of those things. Like, when it's your family and friends, like, do you feel like it's flexing? If it's your family and friends, if I'm sharing with my family and friends, like,
it depends, okay? So you got that person who, whenever you say something, they gotta one-up you. Then that could be the same when you with your family and friends, because it's like,
if I got somebody who got a one-up every time I say something, you ain't in my family and friend circle. I'm sorry. I don't even care if you blood. You're not in that circle. I don't hang with the one-upper. You got
but they exist, okay? So yes, it is very much so possible that you would have that person in your friend circle or in your family, because there's that person who you might be like, oh man, I had to stay late at work last night. I was at work till 9:00. They're like, girl, that ain't nothing. I'm at work till midnight every night this week. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Because it's kind of like you're trying to downplay what I did. Even if it was something great, it's like, you be like, girl, I got a month, I'm gonna get my bachelor's degree. Girl, I got 3 weeks and I'm gonna have my master's. Okay.
Listen, no, I got 3 weeks and I'm gonna have my PhD, bro.
Yeah, like, why?
Girl, my dissertation just got accepted and I'm about to get my PhD. Like,
but it's because the one-up happens because you didn't offer up that information, but because I offered up my information, now you wanna up me.
You want to make it seem like you done did something.
Yeah.
Friend, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the code off. We got so close, y'all. We got to 8 this week. We got to 8. Give it up for him anyhow. So we got a comment here. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the screen. It says, just my family friends, not on social media, is not flexing. We should congratulate each other on our accomplishments. That's facts.
It is facts. It's very much facts. But now, how about
But do
this?
we?
Do we? And how about this? Like, have you ever had like something great going on in your life, but because let's say it's not so great in your sister's life right now, or in your best, like if your best friend's struggling right now, but you gotta win, like do you keep your win to yourself until that person in your family or your friend is not in a bad place anymore?
Okay, it depends. And I always do this, and you do this too. When it comes to me communicating with you, I feel like I share it either way.
Yeah, me and you, we share whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
share
could
either
be
way.
crying and she'd be like, well, why are you crying, girl? Let me tell you about this this such and such I just got, and it might actually
Girl,
help my mood. And that's why I feel like you should share. If this is somebody you love and you care about, it should be okay that I share, even though you're not winning right now, because it should give you a little hope. As long as I'm not being arrogant or about it, like, girl,
that part. Listen,
forget your problem. Let me tell you about what I got going on.
no, friend, it's like this. If I got it, you got it, honey. Where we
Yeah.
going?
But
It's just like
like, I
that.
don't
If I
know,
got it, you got it. Where
how
we
do y'all
going?
feel? Like, y'all got to comment on that one for me. Like, if you come to me and you telling me like, oh, it's hard, I'm behind on my bills and da 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 da, and then I go, oh man, that's messed up. But then I wait about 20 minutes and I be like, oh girl, I got a bonus this month. But it's like, or because your cousin going a hard time or things like that, do you not share for fear of them asking you for something?
Okay, friend, that's real. That's real. And yes, all right, can we be vulnerable for a second? Because,
Mhm.
yeah, it depends. It really depends. There are certain people that I just won't even tell when I make progress for fear.
Mm.
Because the thing is this, did I really have a come up? If as soon as I come up, quote unquote, then I spend it, or it's gone, or it comes out of my bank account. Like, did I really have that come up? Let's see, what does the chat say? It says,
Yeah.
don't tell me about your bonus unless you're gonna let me hold some.
Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. And then Jimmy said it depends on no.
Oh,
Okay, we get that, Jimmy. Everybody's different. I'm asking, like, from your experience,
right.
have you ever felt like, let me not celebrate too hard around these people because it's either going to cause them to want more from me, or it's going to cause them to hate me because of what my blessings and so forth. That's the question that's out there.
Yeah, that's I definitely agree. I feel like some of the things you want to hold off, especially if you're trying to build wealth.
Mm-hmm.
In some
Mm-hmm.
instances, you may not want to say anything because you're trying to build wealth, or
Yeah.
you're trying to get that come up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Not
know.
let me hold some.
It it's weird. So when is flexing okay? When is it okay to flex?
By definition, I don't think it's okay to be arrogant and flex.
But why? Why not? Like,
I feel like that is
I can feel
definitely,
it.
that could be detrimental. All
Mm-hmm.
right, that could be detrimental because by definition, flexing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you think you're better than, or that you're doing, more than, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So that arrogance of flexing would definitely tarnish
This
relationships.
little
Flexing is not
circle of hair
okay.
on the top of my head is bothering me, and I can't find it. But anyway.
I can't deal. All right, so friend, we also talked about black wealth, right? And
Mm-hmm.
we were looking at, because people are doing this for a reason. They flexing for a reason. It's like,
Okay,
I wanted
wait.
to
I
look
feel like you're
like,
about to go too far too fast.
what happened?
Because you about to jump into the stats and stuff yet?
I was scared ahead.
Yeah. No, because it was another step before you got there.
I must have missed it.
Because I said, is flexing okay? And you kind of told me no, but you didn't let me come with my perspective afterwards. Because what if my flex inspires? What if my
Is it
flex
really a flex?
can inspire? So now, granted,
Your
flex is going to
success
be
inspires
considered a flex based on who saw it.
perception.
So it might be I might think you flexing, but somebody else might find it to be inspiring. You know what I mean? Somebody else might see, you know, me flex showing my body and stuff. They might be like, oh man, you know, I that's dope that she's bold enough to do that. Whereas somebody else might be like, you know, okay, girl, we know you got you a little body now. You know? So with that being said, I do feel like flexing is perception based on how you see it. But that's why I'm asking, is there ever a time where flexing could be helpful or inspiring? So what made me ask that question was, I don't know if this is another ad that's been going around with these young adults. I think they like 20 and 21 or 19 and 21, something like that. And they started an Airbnb business and they've made all this money, and now they're showing others how to do the same. Yeah, so now they're showing others, and you know, they've been on podcasts and stuff, and they've been talking about how, you know, when they first started and how quickly they were able to increase their income, so to speak, on them doing the Airbnb thing. So I think that part of them desiring to educate our community further on how they can increase their income is great. However, and I realize we all need to make a living, but sometimes you see this stuff and people are like, oh, let me show you how to make $1 million on YouTube. Let me show you how to do da-da-da-da-da-da. Free webinar, right? You get on this free 30-minute webinar, and at the end of the webinar,
30 minutes, you lucky duck.
Yeah,
girl, I've been on the one for an hour, hour and a half.
No, the free ones ain't usually that daggone long.
What's her name?
But even if they are, the thing is, you on this thing for however long, listening to them brag about how they did this and how they did that. But then if you really want to know how to do it, you can get all of this class. You can get this 6-week class for the low of $9,900.98. But we could break it down into 3 easy payments of $3,033. Like, come on.
Oh my gosh. But friend, my favorite one.
Because I'm broke. I ain't got that.
Listen, my favorite one is when the price is so high for the complete set, but you can get the installments for like $20 special. And it's like, your math is not math.
Yeah.
How come I can get this one piece for the $20, but the whole kit is $3,000? Because you banking on nobody buying the $3,000 and selling a whole bunch of $20 packages.
Yeah.
Like, bruh.
So it's like from your flex, you know, you've piqued my interest. And now I like, all right, I'm going to the webinar, but then I just spend another hour and a half listening to you further flex. And then you turn around and got the nerve to ask me for some money. Now, granted, I do feel like, you know, you got to make a living. If you know, we in America, we in a capitalist society. So it sounds good to be like, you should just teach everybody. We live in America. We know that ain't happening.
It ain't happening.
But, like, give me something.
But friend, I told you about that book on Amazon, how to make your first $1 million selling a book on Amazon. And then the guy's book was literally like 2 pages long, and it basically told you how to format and create a book to post on Amazon.
Yeah.
And so he was like, make your first $1 million, learn to make your first $1 million or something like that, selling books on Amazon. And that's what it was. It literally was a dummy book. And homie was selling this book on Amazon. Was telling you
how to title stuff.
Yeah, basically, that's all. Interest. Of course, that's it. And homie making money. He was making money on the internet. Oh my gosh! So yeah, you experienced that. Yeah. But go ahead, friend. What were you going to say? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. Oh, Primerica is famous for what? Oh yeah.
The bait and switch is what it's called. Bait and switch. Listen, we all work for one of them call centers. I used to work for one of them call centers too, and I needed some quick money. Yeah. You could work at them call centers with nothing. Literally show up one day and say, oh, I want to work. They're going to put you on somebody's phone, give you your scripts, and you're going to sit there and harass people all day. But I bet you leave with a check. I bet you leave with a check, boy.
Okay, now you can do that thing where you're going to switch. Go ahead.
We talked about wealth, y'all. And it also, this is part of what streamed from the whole Rihanna situation. Like, homegirl, like I said, was 150 feet in the air. God knows how pregnant she was. And when is the last time that she really released music, right?
Mhm.
But she's going above and beyond for all of us. She's giving us all the glow. So it's like you look at somebody like Rihanna, it's like homegirl actually is a billionaire. Like she does not have to impress you. Like let's just be
Mhm.
real.
Mhm.
You know, let's just be real. She don't have to flex for y'all because she's already established and very comfortable in where she is. But then a sad fact came to light, y'all. So Rihanna is, of course, an African American, well, a black female, an African American female, and
Mhm.
she is worth 1.8 billion, I think, or 1.5 billion.
1.7. At the
1.7
end of
billion.
2022, 1.7 equal
Okay,
to Michael Jordan.
equal to Michael Jordan. Give it up for Riri, y'all.
Mhm.
Yes. And then I went down the rabbit hole and I looked and I'm like, she's a billionaire, and it's not that many of us up there. But then I fell on this article that talked about female billionaires.
Mhm.
And it kind of ranked them, you know, like the youngest female billionaires, oldest, so on and so forth. So as I'm looking through, I come across this astounding fact. We're all like stunting or flexing to show off or one up our neighbor, and that's what we're gonna call them, our neighbor. So we're all doing all of that, but when you look at people like Oprah, who would be like the goal, like she's
Mhm.
goals, honey. She's goals. So I need to look like I'm wealthy. I need to look like I have everything I need to have. I need to, you know, do what's his name? Did a whole music video dedicated to Oprah. Oprah's bank account. Lil Yachty. That's his name.
Oh, okay. Mhm.
And so it's like you look at all of this and then you find out. I came to a screeching halt because I found out that these phenomenal black women, right, who are billionaires,
Mhm.
very, very wealthy, and not even, I'm not even gonna say wealthy in their own right, because by anybody's definition, them jokers is wealthy, okay?
We consider them to be wealthy. And does
Right.
everybody agree that Oprah, Rihanna, they wealthy? We think
They
they
wealthy.
wealthy.
Y'all comment down below. Do you believe that Oprah
Would
and
you if
Rihanna
Oprah said
are
I'm gonna
wealthy?
give you half of my net worth, would you be excited? Mhm. We
I'm not asking
can
no
all agree
questions.
that they they could flex because they hashtag goals.
Right, they are hashtag goals, but I came
Uh-huh.
to a sad fact, friend.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to the circle of billionaires, and it's gonna sound weird for me to say it like this because y'all gonna be like, you can't say Oprah is broke. In the billionaire circle, Oprah is broke.
Oprah's broke.
When you put Oprah up against other billionaires, sis is broke. So it snowballed
Mm-hmm.
into finding out the net worth of the wealthiest melanated man. And friend,
Mm-hmm.
what was that?
Robert F. Smith, was it him? Yes. Okay, no. Okay, you melanated American man.
Yeah, melanated American man.
Melanated American man, the wealthiest man that is black and in America, has a net worth of $8 billion. Now let's just sit on this billion for a minute, okay? Let's talk about this billion. A billion is how many millions? A billion is 1,000. No. A billion is 10,000 millions.
Girl, you're not about to get me got on this internet.
So,
Not tonight. Mm-mm. No,
huh?
ma'am. I said you're not about to get me got on the internet. Not tonight. Nope, not tonight. How many
About it's 1,000. It's
millions?
1,000. So it would take 1,000 millionaires to equal 1 billionaire.
That part.
It would take 1,000 millionaires just think about that. One person versus 1,000.
That's 2 Beyoncés, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It would take 2 Beyoncés to make a billionaire.
No. Why you say 2 Beyoncés?
Because the last time I looked up Beyonce, it said her net worth was 500 million.
No. Not 2. It would take more than 2. Oh, okay. You said hers was 500 million.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So it would take
But
2
I'm just saying, I'm just
Beyoncés.
thinking about a millionaire. You know, we think of a millionaire, we're like, oh, that's somebody with some cash. But it would take 1,000 of them peoples with cash to be a billionaire.
Right.
So, but
I said two Beyonces because people know Beyonce is a powerhouse and she is wealthy.
she's
But it would
wealthy, but
take
she ain't in
two
the
of
top
her.
10.
Right. It would take two of Beyonce.
She not in the top 10 of wealth. She not in the
Facts.
top 10 of black wealth, and she probably not in the top gazillion of other wealth. But
She
that's
not.
where this is heading. So the wealthiest man in America, I want to see who y'all think it is. Y'all put in the comments who you think it is. But I'm gonna tell you what he's worth. He, white male, is worth $146.5 billion. $146.5 billion is the wealthiest man in America. Now, do y'all remember what we just said? How much the wealthiest black man is? 8 billion to this man's 146.5 billion.
Let them digest that. Y'all comment down below and tell us if that just wowed you. Were you shocked to find that out? Because I'm sure they probably still shocked over me saying that Oprah was broke compared to other wealthy people.
Oh, everybody broke compared to this wealthiest non-melanated man.
He said Louis Vuitton.
Oh, Louis Vuitton. Okay, I said American, sir. I said the wealthiest American.
Yeah, American.
Yeah, because we live in America. So we ain't even going to embarrass ourselves and go on and talk about how much they're making in other countries. We talking about Americans. So who is the wealthiest American? Come on, y'all.
So, friend, while we wait
y'all
for
Google
that,
it. Take a guess.
Yeah. So while we wait on them to give that answer, I was headed down a different direction real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I was headed down a different direction real quick. I wanted to know if you were willing to share the wealthiest black man in the world. What his worth is.
Absolutely.
What his net worth is.
I definitely was going there because I also wanted to let you know what percentage of that is of the other person's wealth. Mm-hmm. But the wealthiest man and the wealthiest black male in the world, his name is Aliko Dangote, and I don't know if I'm saying it right, but that's how it looked like to me. And he's worth $12.5 billion. $12.5 billion. Wealthiest black male in the world. Like, we're not even on the same track. Like, we're not gonna live to see us catch up in this wage gap if it ever happens. This wage gap is so ridiculously large. Like, it's just like, what y'all flexing for? Like, you over here flexing, and this man that's worth 146.5 billion probably wears Levi jeans and Hanes t-shirts every day unless he's doing something special. But you up here flexing with your Mercedes with your 70 grand a year. And
homie probably driving a Honda,
no savings account.
Homie probably out here driving a Honda and don't nobody even know. So what was his name, friend?
Okay, so Mr. Ganjapo got it. The wealthiest man as of today in 2023, and it changes. His net worth is worth $146.5 billion. Is Elon Musk.
The Tesla dude.
The Tesla dude is worth 146.5 billion. Jeez, and like, do you realize it's 3 numbers in front of the comma? Like, the billion comma, and then it's 3 numbers in front of it. Like, there is no black American with more than 1 number in front of a billion comma. None.
Right.
It's just,
Bruh,
that's Oprah Winfrey only makes up what, 6% of his net worth? Meaning it would take about 17 Oprahs to equal Elon Musk.
17, girl.
It would take more 20 than Michael Jordans to like, y'all not buying these people out.
Oh man, yeah, it's bad.
I don't know. I'd have to do the math, but it's almost like, even if you put all the top 5 black wealthiest people or the top 10. The top 10. If you take the top 10 and add up all their net worths together, it still doesn't equal Elon Musk.
Right. And friend, we got to start considering a few things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as we start to turn our corner and on our way out, right? So we have to consider a few things. We're looking at these people's accomplishments and their money, and we're making that hashtag goals, right? Or we're looking at celebrity relationships and we're making it hashtag goals and trying to re-emulate that on our social media or on the internet, just to make it appear as though things are better than what they may be. So it's like, what is it that you're actually taking away from the flex? Like you were saying before about being inspired. Your success might inspire someone else. Like they might look at you like, oh, she flexing. I could do that. I could have that.
Yeah.
And I think I shared with you earlier, like my biggest stressor is this, like a person who can see themselves wealthy versus the person who can't see themselves wealthy, they have a different world of complaints on their plate.
Yeah.
Like their direction of complaints go in two different directions. So when you're looking at these flexes and you're looking at these people's goals and not goals, I'm sorry, gains and their wins, what are you taking away from it? Are you taking away from it that I need to make just enough so that I can get those things as well? Because then have I actually built the wealth
No.
that they've attained?
Or that they assume
what looks like they've
what
attained.
looks like they attained.
Right, especially if you connect it to what you were saying, friend. Those people who are making all this money doing Airbnbs, but yet they still sell their packages for $3,000. Now, I'm not saying don't know your worth, y'all, because listen, you know the phrases, know your worth and then add tax.
Yeah, but if you're selling a $3,000 course, you're not wealthy from your Airbnbs. You're wealthy from this daggone course.
Right. Right. And you wouldn't be hosting your own circuit of classes. You would be being invited to places and you would be charging the venue $3,000.
Come on now.
Not each participant. Don't think we don't know. We see you. But but no, in all sincerity, it's like, what are you taking away from the examples you're seeing online? Like, are you looking at someone's success or somebody's flex, right? And then wanting to recreate that image for yourself? Or are you trying to recreate the possible lifestyle that will be connected to someone who can display that level of flex? Yeah. What do we have here in the chat? I'm sorry. We've got, if we put all our money together, we'll be in the 8th largest nation in the world. We have, it's going back and forth between Elon Musk and the owner of Louis Vuitton. And then we have the flex is not an overnight success. They took years of blood, sweat, and tears to get there. And you see just a 7-second post. That's a fact. That's a fact. Sometimes when it's legit, all that you are benefited enough to witness or see, right?
Yeah.
All that you are at liberty to see is the 7 seconds of glamour. And I feel like I shared a little bit earlier in the episode, like you see that 7 seconds of glamour on social media, and then you find yourself down the TikTok rabbit hole only to discover that homie tried to unalive the girl that you trying to have hashtag a goal relationship with. Yes, success leaves clues. Flexing from capping to taxing. I can't.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, flexing to capping and then capping to taxing. Right. So
yeah, but yeah, just if you want to put it in perspective as to what Jimmy keeps saying about this doggone Louis Vuitton person. I don't know why he didn't hear us say we in America, but that man is worth $212.5 billion, somewhere around there, somewhere between 212 and $213 billion.
And that's the wealthiest man in the world,
the
right?
wealthiest man in the world.
And then the wealthiest black man or melanated person in the world was only
12.
What, 12?
12.
Right. So I'm just saying the imbalance is pretty consistent.
Yeah.
So it's
so
like
with that being said, like we got to flex where we at.
No, we got to stop trying to flex. We need to just live and succeed and build wealth.
Exactly, but the flex still comes from a place of desiring to have more. So with your desiring to have more, you have to do things that make sense. Just like you were saying, if I earn some extra money, but I take my extra money and spend it on something that looks good to somebody else, my net worth still has not changed. Now, please remember that these net worths of what I'm telling you is, what's your net worth? Somebody tell me what net worth is. Your net worth is, your assets minus your liabilities. So things of value minus the things that cost you money is your net worth. So let's talk about that. So their assets, that means their assets minus their liabilities still have them in the billions of dollars.
That part.
And for those others, the hundreds of billions of dollars.
Right. So if you're paying a mortgage on a house, that doesn't contribute to
that takes the net worth down. So, well, houses that's a funny one. Let's say cars.
It depends. It could appreciate.
Yeah, because
right.
It depends on who you're talking to as to whether they feel as though it's an asset or a liability. A house is always a controversial. Some people think it's an asset. Some people think. But if you got boats, if you got cars, if you have, time,
a scooter, tires.
Yeah, those things. Jewelry. And some of these things.
Jewelry appreciates though.
It can. Sometimes it don't. Sometimes it don't, because it depends on what it's made of, and it depends on what the market is doing for that particular stone or whatever. So those things can be assets or liabilities.
Diamonds.
But so minus those things, minus the usually cars, boats. That's usually what I go for is liabilities, and we know these people got plenty of them. The fanciest, the most expensive. They got a whole lot of them. But so you try to tell me out of all of the cars that these people have, minus what they actually have in assets, ends up being in the billions of dollars? Like, bro, that's
intense.
That's very intense. And so that brings me to say that the things that we need to start doing and start worrying about flexing, like your flexing is how long can you live without working? Your flexing is how many generations will be able to benefit from the wealth you have right now.
From your existence.
Yeah.
How many generations, how far will your bloodline run off of the benefits of your accomplishments?
Of your accomplishments, your net worth right now. Can you honestly say that when it comes time for you to retire, that you can live comfortably off of what you've invested, saved, or owed to you in your later years in life? And come on, we already know the answer to that. In America is 99.9% no. And we got that point. That means we talk about the 1%. It ain't 1%. It's like 0.000001. Them people are the ones who could just sit around and do nothing and still live fine. The other 99.9998257.9% of us.
Listen, wealthy people. Friend, if you really look at it straight up, think of it this way. Beyonce is about to go on tour, and Beehive, don't come for me, but these tickets is daggone near $2,000. Okay, the tickets are very expensive. If in order for wealthy people to stay wealthy, them jokers gotta work. They gotta hustle. They gotta do something. They go on tour. You know why? Because they want to be wealthy. They want to establish a financial foundation that will fund them living their dream. And if they don't go on tour, people won't like them, which means people won't spend their money on their stuff. Yeah. So it's like, really think about it. Yes, I would like to be this level of successful, but then it's like, really, really think. Like you said, less than 1% of people can literally not work and still just, reap the reward. But like, look at all these people. Like Oprah has a network where she still does a show. Yeah. And she's not doing it for fun. Yeah. She's doing it for money.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Golly, she's doing it for money.
Absolutely. So, and even like with us and business building, and we're good for coming up with an idea and making a business. But do you know why most African Americans come up with businesses that flop? Because they're not solving a problem. You're just creating something that piques an interest. So it's like, I see something, Etsy is really big with people creating things creative.
The beehive coming for me, friend.
You right, Beehive. I see. Just got to know where to go because Kentucky got some for $50. I might get on that. Now we're gonna be in the nosebleed, but
Girl, please, you're gonna be in the faint section. Y'all gonna be fainting.
That's all right.
You're not gonna have no oxygen up there.
I'm gonna take my oxygen tank with me. But anyway. Yeah, you want the businesses. A lot of times we're creating businesses that are like Jimmy said here, that it's just a fad, not a solution. Like these multi-millionaires, billionaires. If you notice, most of the melanated ones, it was from something that just made them popular, that made them famous first, but then somewhere down the line, they started investing and creating things that made their net worth more than what they were actually earning. Whereas a lot of the non-melanin community, first of all, they probably was born with a net worth more than most of us have, or even will make through our whole life. A lot of them was born with a net worth. So we already know we started at a disadvantage, but they continue to grow wealth. They never were just trying to get rich real quick. They spent months and years broke in order for their net worth to be what it is today. So we got to look at things more in the long term versus what's happening right now. Like, yeah, I probably could take and blow all my money carelessly, get me the newest flyest car, drive around stunting, wearing fly clothes, but then 10 years down the line, I can't stand behind a chair doing hair no more. What I'm gonna do?
Right. We gotta refocus. I
spent all my money flexing.
We definitely got to refocus because it has to start being more about building wealth in our community as opposed to showing off or perpetrating in our community. We all know that one person, or you might know a handful of people who post things on social media and you like, bro, I really wish you would just block me because I know you in real life.
Yes.
You know, and so we all know that one person.
Yeah.
But what we want to leave them with before we head out for the evening, friend, is just a gentle reminder that you'll never build that wealth as long as your flex is the goal.
Yeah.
So as long as the flex is the goal, you will never start to build that wealth. And the goal should always be generational wealth.
Generational wealth.
At what cost
starting
are
here,
you flexing?
Unfortunately, we got off to a crap start. So it's up to us right now to begin creating that generational wealth.
Right. And it's think again about at what cost are you flexing? Like, let's just be for real. You sacrifice your wealth every time you choose to flex over anything else.
Yeah.
And so, that's all I have for them for this week, friend.
I think that's a great note for us to end on.
Awesome. Well, again, listen, y'all, if you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe, turn on those notification bells. And if you're viewing on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, give us a like, and share this with someone you care about. We're also out on Facebook, The Melanin Mindset, Twitter and Instagram, Melanin Mindset _, as well as good old TikTok, y'all, at The Melanin Mindset. So make sure that you're plugged in each and every place that The Melanin Mindset is offered. Join in with us each and every Monday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Pacific. And y'all, we'll be back next week, friend. We out.
Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.